to Enderal. You'll have to forgive me if I'm lacking my usual enthusiasm. I just had to kill and then bury somebody who I rather liked. Constantine Firespark, old Bushybeard, the Green Naramese mage, who kind of took me in and helped me become a keeper. Went mad, ranted about how she had shown him that we are sin, that she showed him the cleansing of the previous generation, showed them what happened, and then apparently he was convinced that we are not good people, that everything we're doing is foolishness, and that, well, the best way for us to atone for our sins is to die. So I'm still kind of... We've challenged the path of the Dark One, and that's good. But we still need to investigate a temple with Jespar. So come on, Jespar, let's push on. We need to find that undertrain.
Such chaos.
You're telling me. Temple, if you're listening, I'm not gonna forgive you for this. And yes, maybe that's me being sinful, or maybe it's me being sin. I'm not sure. And at this point, I don't really care. I just want this pain to be less somehow. And if that means tearing you apart brick by brick, then that's what it means. Don't know whether I can, whether I have the time for it. But you've cost me one of my friends.
You hear that? Waves.
What's worse, you made me kill him.
Nature takes back what belongs to her. Let's hope the tunnels of this undertrain aren't flooded too.
Hey, if they are, I have potions for that. You're not to be flippant about it. I still just lost a friend. And a nice, funny guy. I think I'm going to be bitter about that for a while now.
Wait, I know that smell. Stay here.
What smell? Not Jespar 2. What was it?
Where did we find Yarrow's wife?
In a catacomb in the cellar. Why?
Then it really is you.
Who else would I be?
Good question. Best you take a look for yourself. I'll wait here.
What? I'm serious. How do you get... Yes, I'm asking, how did you get here when the question is, how did I get here? Can I loot my own body? Yes. Along with a little music box, playing the same melody from the Aged One's chambers, or similar enough to it. How? Can I have some of that weed? Some of that pipe
Any
weed?
explanations?
None. I got nothing, man.
It must be some kind of illusion. A mirage, created by this bloody temple. Or maybe even the High Ones. Yes, of course, that must be it. They're trying to confuse us. By the way, sorry, they'll do just about anything, won't they?
Too much caffeine in that pipe.
This is just... wrong. This is crazy.
You're telling me.
Well, working with you is definitely an experience, to say the least. We should push on. Find that stupid train. I just want to get out of this place as quickly as possible.
fleshless one, he said. So, I think we have a number of conclusions to draw from this. None of them pretty. Let us assume that this is not, in fact, an illusion. That would mean that I am not me. Or at least, I am not the same me that died when they fell out of... oh my gosh, I'm having some realizations right now. The vision in the Keeper's trial said that, you know, yes, you're dead. You're drowning. You fell. You got tossed out of the ship, and that, you know, and that this is all some kind of fever dream. I'm thinking he was only half lying. I am dead. And I've been replaced. I've been replaced since day one. The High Ones replaced me with me. I've been... This raises so many questions. Like, all through Enderal, I've been maybe a tool of the High Ones? Some replacement for them. I'm bringing about the cleansing by doing... Everything I've done has been to... I don't know. And that frustrates me. This raises so many questions, and I have none of the answers I need. I am the same me who was with Jespar, who met Jespar on the beach after the apothecaries. But I don't think I am the same person who left Nerim and boarded a ship with his friend Sirius, and then got caught and thrown overboard. I'm still getting an Indiana Jones vibe, if I'm honest. I'm gonna explore that really quick. I think that person died, and that the woman I saw this is confusing. I don't know the right words for it. The woman I saw in the belly of that ship who helped us get caught and killed was one of the High Ones, arranging things to happen. I mean, Constantine called me the fleshless one. I'm beginning to think he was being quite literal. I am the illusion, not... That is the real Dane. I'm an illusory Dane with all of Dane's memories, but... Am I real? I'm so confused right now. Let's proceed on the assumption for now that that's what got us in. That's what Constantine said got us in trouble, is that we refused to see. And I have to question: Am I refusing to see, or should I? This is playing so many tricks with my mind, and I hate it. And I'm laughing because I've been watching a second Let's Play that's about, about 22 hours behind me in the story. I'm just giggling because I know that he's going to have the same reaction. This will be the Undertrain then. Looks like a subway, which I guess makes sense. It's us. No, it's not. It's not a subway. It's a glorious steam-powered engine,
Bullseye.
and it's amazing.
Seems like the water spared the train. It's beautiful in a way, don't you think? I bet every Arcanist would give his left hand just to get a look at it. And we're about to use it.
It's so beautiful.
Only thing left to do now is find out how... Seems to me that we first have to open this gate and reactivate the mechanism that powers this place. I'll take a look around. Try and find something that lets us open the gate.
You mean like a giant lever?
This is crazy.
Oh gosh, we need to turn that... We're gonna do this in third person because I am not watching this in first person. Hey, there's some power. Can I slip through here maybe? Yeah, no. Oh, hello! Can I help you, gentlemen? You, sir, I understand you have some complaints. Here, have some arrows. They should resolve your issues. Where did you guys come from? Oh, I did not see you, sir. Is the lever over at this end, maybe? No, there's the coin purse I missed. You know what, let's get some mage light going on. No, just a rock, not a switch. No lever over here. Maybe there's a chain I have to pull? Hold that. Hold that. Is there no... Hey, there's one. Not back here. One, two... Oh, I'm an idiot.
Go on inside and take a seat, okay? I'll see if I can get the train running somehow. It can't be too hard.
I want to ride in the cab, thanks. I mean, on an amazing train like this, you want me to just sit in here? I can't even see outside the windows, man.
Ta-da! Yes, I'm amazing. I know that. If being a merc doesn't work out in the long run, maybe I'll ask the Order to hire me as an expert on Pyrean railways. But no guarantee this thing won't drive us right into the next abyss. Anyway, I guess even with this thing, it should be a while till we arrive. Let's make ourselves comfortable.
I guess, yeah. Choo-choo! So, you want to talk?
Sorry for the drama back there at the house. I guess I just didn't know what to make of the situation.
Just you, huh? And if I hadn't known... Yeah, neither did I. And what would you have done if I hadn't known the answer? Killed me?
No idea. And please, save the subtle accusations, okay? If I reacted somewhat inappropriately, I'm sorry. But hey, I'm not the one whose corpse is lying around in some old ruin.
Okay, fair point.
Sorry about that. I'm a little on edge right now. No offense intended.
None taken.
If the High Ones were planning to confuse us, they definitely succeeded. We really should tell the Grand Master about this, and about what happened to Constantine.
Yeah.
Still, we can't allow this to get inside our heads too much. What matters right now is the mission. And at least it stays exciting. Two daring adventurers who have gotten themselves into something they don't even remotely understand are plundering ancient ruins in search of treasure. Don't laugh, but this reminds me a little of my past, of my childhood.
Is now really the time? Yeah, you had one strange childhood, and that's coming from a guy who had a cannibal parent who set the house on fire.
Save for the crazed mages and mysterious bodies, of course. My sister and I, when we were young, we always used to go exploring in caves near our manor. Father always gave us a good scolding when he got wind of it, but of course that didn't keep us from doing it again.
Wait, you have a sister?
Right. Because I never told you. Adela and I are not exactly close these days anyway. Probably because we lost our bond somehow, after our father died.
Prematurely, I take it?
Yes, he did. Together with my siblings. Actually, Adela and I are the only surviving Delverics. All the others were murdered.
Whoa, heavy. I'm sorry to hear that.
No need to be. But I appreciate the thought, so thanks. In a sad way, a part of me is actually glad everything happened the way it did back then. It made me into a man, and it showed me what kind of characteristics have a tendency to drastically shorten one's life.
I have all of them. Like?
Stubbornness.
Check.
My father was a judge in the tribunal, you know. He was a hard man, who at least, after our mother died while giving birth to Adela, lived for only one thing. His principles. Justice knows no compromise. That was his great creed. No matter who stood before him in court, my father treated them all the same. Damien Delveric, the epitome of justice.
That sounds admirable.
It does to most people. One day, the son of a highly regarded Archer Sublime stood before the 12 judges of the court. Valenzio Duran. He had murdered 2 whores, made them happy, as he called it, and it was obvious that he didn't feel so much as a hint of remorse. You know those kind of people. The ones who think that money and power entitle them to anything they want.
Yeah. And they didn't... I imagine that he treated them like somebody who had just murdered 2 people and didn't regret it.
Of course you can. 11 of the 12 judges voted for a verdict of not guilty, because they knew Valenzio's father was influential within the Relata. Only my father, of course, remained unshaken. 1 week later, our manor was robbed by 4 masked men who killed everyone. Servants, guards, my 2 younger brothers, all of them. Officially, they were bandits, who just happened to be running around with blades made of shadow steel. My sister and I only survived because we had snuck out for one of our expeditions. Ironic, isn't it?
That's horrible.
Horrible? None of this is horrible. It was the only logical consequence of my father's actions. And what good did it do in the end? None. As we speak, Valenzio's enjoying himself in some brothel, with 2 whores and a bowl of grapes. But you see, there's no point in being angry about this. And do you know why? Because this is just how the world works. There's no divine justice, no system through which it's decided who lives and who dies. There are decisions and there are consequences. That's it. This is also why there's absolutely no point in fighting for ideals, the greater good, or whatever else you want to call it. First of all, because no one will thank you for it, and second, because people are stupid. That's the one universal rule that there is to this world. No matter how much you try to accomplish something. In the end, stupid people will destroy all you've achieved with no more than a snap of their fingers. Fight for the moment, and the moment only. Because unlike everything else, you can be certain of its truth.
You know, the existence of the High One seems to kind of poke some holes in your argument there. I mean, you say there's no higher being judging you for what you do, for how you're acting, but the fact that we have these people who are saying, we're judging you for what you're doing, or we're going to murder you because of what you're doing, says, you know, you're probably wrong. Yeah. So, isn't people are stupid a little generalized?
Do me a favor and read the Chronicles of Vin, then ask me again.
Fair answer. Yeah. So you think your father should have done nothing?
No. But if he had wanted Valencio to die so badly, there would have been other ways. Poison, an accident, a hired killer. Just a hint of common sense. That's all he would have needed. But of course, none of that would have conformed to his sacred principles. Adela and I were still young when all this happened. A friendly family took us in, and my sister joined the Order of the Apothecary in the Frostcliff Mountains. But since then, we haven't been able to speak to one another. She raised a wall of ice around herself, so to speak,
There's an order of
and fled into
apothecary in the
old family
Frostcliff
books and
Mountains?
memories. But anyway, enough about me. You're an orphan too, aren't you? How come? You never told me about that.
That's kind of a long story, and a complicated one.
You told me that the Creator's Temple in Ostian had something to do with it, but what exactly happened?
Yeah, people in robes came in, everyone came by to pick up my father.
I've had my share of those kinds of dreams too. In the one I had, I was always walking down an alley in Arx Harbor. There were figures dressed in rags and veils, cowering next to the walls. And even though I didn't want to, I had to pass by them. And when I did, they started to weep, and all at once tried to drag me over to them. I screamed and I fought. And eventually I came to realize that they all had my father's face. And then their skin would start melting from their skull like hot wax. Not a very nice image, as you can imagine.
Yeah, kind of horrifying.
One day the dreams just stopped, though. I don't know why. But anyway, enough of this gloomy talk for now. We should get some rest. We've still got a long ride ahead of us. Good night.
Good night, Jespar.
Rise and shine, my friend. We have arrived. How'd you sleep?
I slept approximately how one feels after having discovered one's own corpse and, finding out your entire illusion is a lie. Your entire existence is a lie perpetrated by the ones who are basically working to kill everyone you know and love.
Well, for what it's worth, neither can I. Come on, let's take a look outside.
In the lion's den, huh? That's some heavy talk you dropped on me right there. You know that, right?
Seems someone has prepared a welcome for us.
Yes, Jespar. Pluck the bullets with your face. Anything? It's all iron and bone meal. It's not worth it.
Haven't had enough yet? As you wish. Huh?
So the question is, we're on that island out to sea, right? What's around us? I wonder. I'm guessing that's the way out. At least it's got light, so it's probably the way out. Either that or the Paraians had a very good light system. You coming, Jespar? Where are you going, man? Ah, to the way out. To Half Moon Isle. Wasn't I here before? This was the creepy place, I thought. planets of separate plates with its own world space. That's interesting. Why Half Moon? Doesn't much look like Half Moon to me. Where the Sun Coast feels like. Or rather, by the Powder Desert, I should say. Stop sprinting, man. I need my panther. Beautiful landscape, though. Just been a just bar. What's this? Okay, we need to continue. Is there anything of interest here? No. No magical symbols to be found, I hope. Because I'll be honest, I'm hoping to get at least 50 of them, and it feels like we're most of the way through the main quest, honestly. Like we're going to come back and they're going to have built the machine in the Sun Temple that's going to protect everyone. It's going to go off and we'll have failed. And all these trees aren't helping me. I keep looking at them saying, red! It's glowing! It's a magical symbol! No, it's just a tree.
Well, I'll be damned. This is Half Moon Island. I can't believe it. And I guess that camp over there belongs to Terranor Korek. I suggest we split up. That way we'll still have a chance if they catch one of us. Here, this is your plate. I'll try going in from the east. You should go in from the west. And don't get caught, or try to play the hero, alright? Considering that we're up against an entire army, that's a bad idea, even for someone with your abilities.
You sure? Oh, so where should I put it then?
Anywhere inside the camp. But of course an officer's tent, or maybe even Korek's, would be ideal.
Okay, let's go.
We'll meet again here by sunrise.
How many psionic spells do I know? $188. Dang. We'll use this if we have to. Try to avoid it though. Which way's from the west though?
And if they refuse, then it means war.
Just a minute. Huh.
The gods have befouled the world with their ignorance long enough.
You know, that would mean the deaths of thousands of innocents.
No idolizer is ever innocent. Religions are ideologies, and an ideology is decision. Subjects who don't rebel against their tyrants are at least as guilty as the tyrants themselves.
Well, that's nonsense.
But let's see what's going to happen. Who knows? Maybe that old fool Aranthial will listen to reason. For once in his life.
Yeah, let's see.
I really wish I knew calm. That's also probably too expensive for me to cast. No, I can actually cast that one. How can I get closer to camp without getting spotted? Don't spot me, don't spot me. Good, giant spider. Didn't spot me. Am I going the right way? Sorry.
Look at that. The urchin child who just won't stop struggling.
Do you mind? Why the puppet play? Why don't you just talk to me?
Afraid? Yes, you know. How you refuse to give up. How you keep on fighting. Even though deep down you know your struggle is futile. But still, you have come a long way. You have ignited the sigil stone, and you have found the beacon. And this, urchin child, this amuses us.
That we're making our own downfall, I know.
Because nothing is more entertaining than a harvest which fights back.
Harvest?
It makes things so much more exciting. So here's our offer, Prophet. Ask us whatever is on your mind, and we swear to answer truthfully. Or you can leave. It's up to you.
Why should I? Okay, let's start with why should I believe that you're going to tell me the truth?
That's up to you to decide. Come on, urchin. Ask or leave. In the end, you and your people will burn anyway. But sometimes, even the hope for deliverance alone has its merits.
Yeah, let's start with the important stuff. The beacon. What does it do? What is it really?
It's just what you think it is. A weapon that allows you to bring an end to all this.
And you're not afraid of it?
Fear, hate, joy. You assume we are thinking in human terms, Prophet.
It's the only terms I know.
A true deity is more than a simple human able to throw fireballs, as your late Lightborn were. A true god is a state of being, and its existence alone forms reality according to its will. There were so many before you, and so many have found the weapon, yet still we exist, and the cleansing is imminent. What does this tell you?
It tells me you're making reality that you're so powerful. You're changing reality so that the weapon doesn't work, or so that so that we can't make it, or so that we can't complete it. It tells me that you're powerful. Yeah.
Indeed, we are powerful, and we always will be.
Why me? What did you do to past me? Why can I hear the echo? What am I?
We know what you want to hear now.
No.
That you are special, that you have always been. But this is not true. You have been in the wrong place at the wrong time. And the truth is, you
So
make
I'm not one
our
of the high
task
That's
easier. You are weak.
That's also true and less good to know. I wish I had options for more than 3 questions. Why are the Naramis here?
They want to destroy the beacon. Amusing, isn't it? They are doing our work for us.
Do they do know about the cycle?
Yes, but they are naive. They believe that the cleansing is a good thing, and that we, the High Ones, have come to raise humanity to a higher stage.
Oh yeah, that's why we have parades running around all the time.
That is what they call it. Just as the lizard became a dragon, and the bird became a myra, their leader, Taranar Korek, thinks he is one of the emissaries, just like you.
Oh. And is he?
No, and neither is the old Aranthel. Korek considers
old
himself a
Aranthel.
savior,
I mean, there's a
chosen to guide humanity to a glorious future. But he does not understand that he is a victim of his own pride. We have never appeared to him like we did to you. You
But
are
you
the
have
only
appeared to the
figure of
new
significance in this game, Prophet.
And what is it you want? Do you want to raise us to a higher level? I can't think why you would, because that'd be having more competition in the game of omnipotence.
Are you so blind? We are the envoys of determination, the constant of being, before which time itself bows down. The dream of one long dead, which is about to become reality, and that will lead you to your doom.
Well, I've gotten a lot of answers and now I'm even more confused, so please, no more questions.
Very well. Now, Shu, continue your vain search, and forgive us for the pain.
Oh, you utter yes.